Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Game of Cryptos. Today's video, just wanted to go back to the simplicity of crypto and go back to the king of crypto right now, and just want to do a video talking about Bitcoin, its price action, and what I see it doing in the future when it comes to these halvenings. As you can see on your screen right now, give or take, the Bitcoin halvening is supposed to take place somewhere around Q1 or so of 2024, which is about 127 days from now, give or take, depending on the blocks that get produced. So it's give or take. It can be a little bit sooner, it can be a little bit later. And again, the halvening is going to reduce the amount of Bitcoin per block from 6.25 to 3.125. So it's going to get cut in half. So by doing that, you're increasing, you're causing more of a supply shock. So when that happens, that causes more bullish pressure on Bitcoin. So in this video, I wanted to go over, what I see happening possibly with Bitcoin price action. Is it going to be the same that it has been the previous years, or is it going to be a little different? A tweet from Crypto Rover, he says, this is the last phase before the Bitcoin bull starts. So with this chart, as you can read it, anytime you're like towards the red means you're like peak bull, and then yellow is you're basically like bear market, and then green is like your bottom of the bear market, kind of a good accumulation phase, and along with blue, kind of green and blue are good like buy the dips and accumulation phase, and then you go back at it again where you're going to go back into red, which is just complete like bull mode. And that potentially is where we are right now when it comes to Bitcoin. Let's see what chart. So if we go in CoinMarketCap, again, we have another chart right now with Bitcoin. This is the all-time chart. So you see, previous all-time highs, back around 2018, or 2017, about 16,000, and then back in 2021, it reached around 69, and now we are hovering right around that $43,000 mark. And as you can see, it's almost basically clear skies until we get to almost 50. That's a big resistance, and then we got 60, and then after that, guys, 69,000, and then we're gonna be in all-time high price discovery territory. And what's interesting is we don't know where we don't know per se where the price of Bitcoin is going to go. People are predicting 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. Everyone is throwing out these numbers, but again, we don't truly know when. Now, a reason why we're seeing a lot of this potential like high price of Bitcoin is because we're anticipating, not only are we anticipating the Bitcoin halvening that occurs every 4 years and causes a supply shock, but this year is really bullish too because of institutions getting involved. Grayscale, BlackRock, VanEck, Franklin Templeton, just a lot of institutional investments getting in on Bitcoin where they actually have to spot buy it. And what I wanted to talk about in this video is, okay, normally, right now, general consensus, and tell me if you think differently in the comments. General consensus, it seems like right now, is that people are predicting a Bitcoin top in Q4 of 2025. I've heard like November, December. But what I think might happen, again, I'm not really picking one way or the other, but when it comes to someone that, we are all in this market to make money. If we're in the market to make money, you need to you don't need to be in like an echo chamber where you only hear the things and ideas that you want to hear. You need to hear things from an other's perspective to really get a feel for, okay, what might be the best move. And what I'm thinking could be something to think about is that what if this market is slightly different and everything that we think is going to happen happens sooner? I mean, just think about it. where we're at right now in Bitcoin price action at 43,000 in December before Christmas, I don't think we saw that happening. It feels as if Bitcoin is moving faster than anticipated. And this is just looking at the rainbow chart, and this is just showing you this dotted line right here are the halvenings, and it's showing you how as soon as the halving happens, price goes up crazy. Then we go back into the bear market, halvening, price goes crazy. Bear market, halvening, price goes crazy. And again, right now we're in that potential bottoming out phase where it's basically accumulation, sideways action, and now we're basically about to go complete bull mode. And getting back to my point, I feel as if we're in a moment where, because of what's going on with these ETFs, something that Bitcoin's never seen, I almost feel as if everything's being front run, and that maybe the time frame is off. And I'm not saying significantly, but I could see something at least a quarter prior to where we think the bull run's going to end. And I say that because if the ETFs really do get approved, you're looking at these potential final deadlines where they can be approved. January 1st, January 15th, March, but right now everyone's thinking January, so I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, it's almost as if the ETF approval is the new halvening mark from those charts. That's what I'm thinking. So if we're thinking that the halving is going to happen in March or April, and it happens and we get the ETF approval in January, to me that's going to cut the bull run shorter by the months in between that gap. So maybe 3 or 4 months. So instead of December, it could be in July, August. So that, those are things that I'm thinking of. And honestly, something that I don't know if a lot of people are thinking, if we really just get this crazy, unheard of super cycle bull run and Bitcoin just goes crazy, I think we could potentially see a shorter bull run, because I think that crazy price action, if it goes 300,000, 400,000 Bitcoin, I think that actually might scare people and be like, market is overheated, let me sell everything. And you could see a crazy dramatic drop. Again, this is just things that I'm thinking about. Obviously, no one knows what's truly going to happen, but I think it's good to have, a different look. I want to believe more that we're going to follow the regular 4-year cycle, and, the Bitcoin top is going to be in, November, December 2025. But it could be earlier. So, again, like we thought of last year in the last in the last bull run, everyone thought Bitcoin was going to 100,000, and it didn't. It came short of that. Now this time, I definitely think it's gonna reach over 100,000. But what I'm saying is, everyone thinks that it's going to be in Q4 of 2025, and what happens sometimes is general consensus. Everyone thinks one thing and the other happens. So I'm thinking, what if, because of all this institutional investments and the potential huge catalyst before the halvening of the ETFs, that we could cause the bull run to basically start early, which it feels as if it already did. And if it starts early, that means it ends earlier. So it might end another 3 or 4 months earlier than we think. So don't potentially be left holding the bag in December 2025, because the proper time to sell could have been 3 or 4 months prior. Again, only time will tell. At the end of the day, I'm super bullish on what's going on with Bitcoin and altcoins, and I hope you guys do your research and, just make smart investments. And again, just really consider, what is going to happen with Bitcoin's price action, because that is definitely going to go hand in hand on the amount of gains you make and what happens to those altcoins that you guys are in. So yeah, I hope you guys got something from this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, when do you think the bull run might end? Do you think it's going to be Q4 of 2025? Do you think it can be sometime in 2024? I've heard that. So I've heard some people think the peak is going to be in 2024, way before I think, but it's good to keep those ideas and options in your mind. So until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will catch you guys in the next video.